Hey, good morning, everybody. Peter Kime here with the Kime Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. It is Friday morning. It is 8:30. It is coffee talk with Kime time. I raise my cup of coffee to you. Raise yours back. Let me know that you're here. Really looking forward to a fun coffee talk with you today. Should be slightly abbreviated. I say that every week, and every week I still end up talking for 15 or 20 minutes. So who knows? Who knows? Listen, I did want to get off to a good start. Let me start with this, and that is Happy Thanksgiving. Whatever you do next week for Thanksgiving, I hope you have a great one. Thanksgiving is a pretty special holiday, and it happens to be my favorite holiday. The opportunity to spend time together in the fall. Fall's my favorite season, so that certainly ties into it. You throw in a little bit of football with it, and it becomes my favorite holiday. So anyhow, Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Whatever it is you do next week, I hope you really enjoy it. For those of you that are by yourselves on Thanksgiving, I'm thinking of you. I'm sending a prayer to you. And just know that there are a lot of people out there that would love to have you over for the holidays. And don't be afraid to say yes to those invitations. Anyhow, good morning. Good morning, Christine. It's nice to see you. I appreciate you saying good morning to me all the time. Always feels good. I know you're going to be here. So anyhow, listen, Thanksgiving is here, and super excited about our Thanksgiving. You see, we're going to Massachusetts, back to my hometown in Orange, Massachusetts. And those of you that have been watching Coffee Talk for a while know that I reference Orange quite a bit. Famous for several things. It's the parachute capital of the world. I grew up on my back porch or on my yard watching parachutes just come down constantly. They call it Jump Town, USA, and they've had the parachute nationals there, the internationals. But it is a really cool scene to see parachutes in the sky all the time in my little hometown. What else is it known for? Do you guys remember Minute Tapioca? Remember tapioca pudding? Well, Minute Tapioca was born and raised right in Orange, Massachusetts many, many years ago. For those of you automobile buffs, the Grout automobile, G-R-O-U-T, if you don't know anything about it, look it up. That's also from our little town of Orange. In Orange, Massachusetts, somewhere between 3,000 and 5,000 people, I think. Two traffic lights can see each other, and at night, one of them blinks. Great little town, hard-working little town. Also known for the River Rat Race, which is a canoe race, a two-man canoe race with about 400 canoes in it every single year, and just a really, really great time. What else is Orange, Massachusetts known for? Well, it's the hometown of me, and I'm looking forward to getting back, seeing family and friends, and just being in my old surroundings. When you go home, it always feels good. And while Wake Forest has become our home, we've been here now since 2002. Going back to Orange also feels pretty good. I kind of feel like I'm have two hometowns, and I feel fortunate for that reason. One of the greatest things about growing up where I grew up, besides the people and the seafood, by the way, oh my goodness, cannot wait to have some lobster. And yes, I'll be posting pictures here for those of you that are not enjoying lobster next week. I'll be enjoying it on your behalf. But one of my favorite traditions, right? One of my favorite traditions, and I'm so excited. At 10 o'clock in the morning on Thanksgiving morning, all around the state of Massachusetts, every high school plays its arch rival high school on a Turkey Day bowl game. And it is a time of gathering with friends and old teachers and old just people you've known forever and ever. And the students get excited because it's a rivalry against people that you're growing up with. And so at 10 o'clock all across the country, there's a kickoff that happens, and all of the high schools play each other. And it's a really neat tradition. So for those families that stay at home and they're cooking the turkey and what have you, most of them have the radio on listening to the results of the game, or they're trying to catch the results of the games wherever they may be. And I just think that is a really cool little tradition in Massachusetts. We'll be at the game. My sons and I will be there. Jennifer will not go to the game. If you know Jen, going to a ball game is not necessarily high on her bucket list, but cooking a turkey is, thank goodness. But we'll be at the ball game. It'll be our high school, my alma mater, the Mahar Senators versus the Athol Red Raiders. And this game will be at home. Every other year it switches to the opposing team. But those are the kind of cool traditions that I grew up with. And I'm curious, did you have a Thanksgiving tradition? Hey, good morning, Maddie. Good to see you, buddy. Seriously, did you have any traditions or have any traditions that you started since you grew up for your Thanksgiving holiday? I grew up in a very traditional New England household, and each holiday, Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving, we had one of our family's houses we went to. Thanksgiving was always at my grandma and grandpa's house. And my grandfather was a surgeon when it came to cooking. I mean, he was very particular and an excellent cook. And listen, that doesn't downplay my grandmother's talents either, but my grandfather handled that turkey and the gravy like nobody's business. And I would sit there mesmerized for hours watching him. The cool part is those ball games are over by about 12 o'clock. Everybody gets home. Everybody eats, 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But when I walked in after being cold at the football game, you walk into this house that just smells of turkey and chestnut stuffing and potatoes and the great, all the Thanksgiving smells, right? The parade is on TV right before the pregame is on TV for football all day. And my family is there. And it is just such a feeling of tradition that I can't wait to get back and enjoy next week and share with my family. We don't go up every year. Matter of fact, we haven't been up for Thanksgiving in many years now. I think 4 or 5. And so I'm super excited about doing that. But what are your traditions? What is it that you do that kind of is important to you? So anyway, really looking forward to getting back to New England, enjoying some seafood, seeing some good friends, and really, really just experiencing that. Our trip. So get this, we're splitting up our family for the trip. Ozzy, my dog, and those of you that know me or follow me here at all, Ozzy's on Coffee Talk every 2 or 3 episodes. Ozzy's my buddy, right? Everywhere I go, Ozzy goes. Ozzy's going on the road trip. So myself, I'm getting Camden out of school early today, my 12-year-old, and Ozzy. We're going to jump in Maggie, our Jeep, and we're going to head up the coast. And we're going to stop at King of Prussia Mall tonight. We've got a hotel at the Embassy Suites that's dog-friendly and what have you. But, man, I'm looking forward to some one-on-one time with Camden in the car. And those of you that know Cam know that he's fairly loquacious like his dad. He can talk. So I anticipate to be very little silence all the way up the coast of the United States over the next 2 days. But we're really looking forward to getting up there. And then Cole and Jen are going to fly in on Sunday. And we'll pick them up in Bradley down in Hartford. And just really looking forward to that. It's going to be a blast. But, again, share with me your traditions. By the way, how do you cook your turkey? So, we grew up with the traditional roast it in the oven. Got it on my own. Jennifer and I got a deep fryer, and we started deep frying our birds, and they were fantastic, and I love those. But I won't lie to you, I won't do them any other way now. We smoke our birds. We put them in our Traeger. We smoke our birds, and oh my goodness, easy. We brine them for a night, right? We brine them for about 18 hours or so, and after we brine them, we put them on we get some good rub, throw them right onto the grill, and we just let the Traeger do the magic, and they're fantastic. But how do you cook your bird? Are you a smoker? Do you grill them? Do you deep fry them? Are you a roaster? What is it you do? And do you do bird? I've heard from several people recently that Thanksgiving isn't even about a turkey to them, which is blasphemous to me. But what do you guys do? I'm curious. Really, really excited about that. The other thing I want to share with you on a personal level is Cole had his first JV basketball game on Tuesday night, and Cole, as you know, he's more of my challenge, let's say. Cole's a great kid, but he's a little more he's more teenager than Camden is. He's 15 going on 15, if you know what I mean. But he had his first game the other night. Excuse me. He had his first game the other night and played really well. More than anything else, for those of you that know that I've been lamenting the fact that he loves to play in space. Not a physical kid. You can get him out of his just jumping at him a little bit, right? Doing that old thing. But he played tough. He played physical. He played aggressive. Had a really good game. Scored a bunch of points. While the team didn't win, it was nice to see him kind of turn a corner. Maybe we're keeping our fingers crossed and hoping that maybe he's turned a corner. So keep calling your thoughts, and we're going to see if we can't get into my old high school gym and see if he can't get some shots up and maybe get a little bit of work in next week as well. I know he's looking forward to that. How cool would it be if the JV team had practice next week and somehow we can get him to practice with him? I think that would be kind of cool. Anyhow, let's talk real estate, guys. One other thing I want to tell you. We had Friendsgiving here with our office mates last Monday. If you're in Wake Forest and you're looking to have something catered for a meal like Thanksgiving, just a traditional good food, we go to Main Street Grill for that. And Tom Halick over there does a fantastic job. He gave us turkey, potatoes, what else did he give us? Cranberry, biscuits that were outstanding. But if you're looking for something, Tom Halick and the guys at Main Street Grill, they're good people. They're local, and they do a fantastic job. So let's talk about real estate for a second. Right now, 7,960 homes active in our multiple listing service. 7,960. Guys, that's the level of May or June, right? That's the spring market. Lots of homes on the market. Those kind of things. 7,960 homes on the market. Sounds like our inventory is growing, right? Not so fast. Let's take into account what's under contract. So right now, 14,485 homes between active and under contract. 14,485, so 14.5, let's say, right? And we have the same level of just active homes that we had in May and June. That being said, right now, back in May and June, we had 15,700 homes that were either active and or pending. So we're down by about almost 8% in inventory from our spring market. Nothing really alarming. That's what you would expect. But our active inventory, I find that interesting. Our active inventory is it's what's under contract that is down. So then we take a next look and we look at the rolling 12 months. Over the last 12 months, our market right here alone, we've been averaging just over 40,000 homes sold in a rolling 12 months, meaning sold and closed. Guys, we're at 41,000 right now. We're holding tight. The market is where it should be. Not a lot of change. We're still in the about 2.5 months worth of inventory range. Slight movement there, but not much. So are we seeing a shift? Yeah. Is it a big shift? Not yet. Not yet. I don't anticipate we're going to have a big shift, but do I anticipate the inventory is going to continue to rise as we head into 2020? And it may not be quite as robust as 2019. Yeah, I think that's kind of what everybody's indicating. Does that mean it's not a robust market, though? Guys, we're going to be in a really good real estate market again, it appears, over the next 18 months again. So for what it's worth, those are your numbers. Let's talk about the contract. If you have not bought or sold a home in the last, say, 5 years, I forget the exact year that this came out. Brian Pate, if you're tuning in at some point, if you wouldn't mind posting it for me, I'd appreciate it. But, guys, the contract changed 5 or 6 years ago. If you don't know what due diligence is, get with your local real estate professional before you buy or sell a home. Really understand the new contract. It's got a little more option field, almost like a commercial contract that we use on our commercial division, right? And what that means is this. And it's really simple. They call it a due diligence period. There are now 2 deposits. So I guess that would be 4. So I guess there's 2 deposits, right? We've always had an earnest money deposit. Well, now we have a due diligence deposit. And we're one of only 2 states in the country that do this. It's us and the state of Texas. So for those of you that are from out of state thinking about moving to North Carolina, this is also good for you to know. So with 2 different deposits, what you have is a buyer's going to come in and they're going to give you a deposit to buy time to do their due diligence, hence the name due diligence deposit. It is a non-refundable deposit. They're buying something from you. On day one, they're buying something from you. They're buying time in order to find out if they really want to buy your house. So here's what they do, is they buy 3 or 4 weeks typically, on average, 3 to 4 weeks worth of time to do their due diligence. They're going to do their appraisal. They're going to do their inspections and negotiate repairs with you. They're going to apply for their loan. They're going to do all those kind of things. They may do the additional inspections like radon or chimney or whatever it may be. And here's the thing, during that 4-week period, they bought that time from you. So you've got non-refundable money. But the buyer can walk away at any time during that time frame. They don't have to like the way the grass lays on a Sunday. They don't have to give you a reason, quite frankly. They can walk away with written notice anytime during the due diligence period. And it could be because they couldn't sell their house. It could be because they don't like the way the grass lays. It could be because they just got cold feet. It could be anything. It could be because you're not able to come to an agreement during repairs. It's a really, really cool way for a buyer to have a little bit of protection and the seller also be protected, right? For the time that the sellers will always face this. We're going to take my house off the market for the next 4 weeks while you try to buy my house, and then you walk away 2 days before closing, and I'm left holding the bag, right? That's what a seller has always said. And so this contract allows for sellers to have a little bit of protection. It allows for buyers to have a little bit of protection, and it works really, really well. Hey, good morning, Eileen. Oh, 2011. Oh, I love you. Thank you so much. Golly, it's been 8 years. Okay. Well, there you go. There's your answer. So, again, the state of Texas, the state of North Carolina, 2 states that feature a due diligence period. The earnest money, how does that factor in? So here's how it works. If you come in to buy a house and you write an offer, you may write an offer with a due diligence period that ends on December 15th. If you write an offer today, you might write it for December 15th. So at 5 p.m. on December 15th, if the buyer has not backed out, at that moment, the earnest money then kicks in. See, the earnest money gets deposited into a trust account with an attorney, typically with an attorney. And it just sits in that trust account. And at 5 p.m. at the end of due diligence, now the buyer can't walk out or walk away without being penalized their earnest money. So that's where the earnest money protects you, is from the end of due diligence all the way to closing. So you've got 2 periods in a contract. Now you've got the due diligence period, and you got the closing period. And there's money there to protect the seller in either case. So there you have it. If you haven't heard about due diligence, you don't know how it works, you have more questions, or this wasn't clear enough for you, hell, I might have even confused myself. Give me a call. We're happy to walk you through that. Anybody on the team can do that, or your local real estate professional, whoever you're working with, can help you with that as well. So again, we are leaving for Massachusetts, and I cannot wait to get up there. See, my dad turned 70 just a few days ago, back on the 18th. So we're going up to celebrate my dad. My grandmother's 98 years old. We're going to celebrate my grandmother and see all my family and drive those back roads and, go do some mushrooming. May hit a turkey raffle. For those of you from Massachusetts, you know what I'm talking about when I say we're going to go hit a turkey raffle. Might hit a deer feed. I got to see what the calendar and the schedule looks like. But I'm really looking forward to getting home, seeing everybody. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. I appreciate every one of you every single week for tuning in. All the kind words I get on the street and just privately, it means a lot to me. We are going to take off. I hope you have a great time next week, and we'll talk to you soon.